On September 15th, 2025, Daniel Pereira, a software engineer from Brazil, writes a post on LinkedIn that almost gets unnoticed. There is a malware spreading live in NPM as you read this. First, the bad actor got hands to NPM publishing credentials by targeting a group of NPM package maintainers with phishing emails. So the stolen NPM credentials were used to implant the actual backdoor into a bunch of NPM packages. The backdoor would scan your system for interesting credentials and send them back home using GitHub Actions. But I think that Shai Hulud, this is how you can search for this backdoor, got so much media interest not because it was sneaking on secrets, but because, as the name suggests, it was a worm. By definition, a worm is a malicious program that replicates itself from one device to another. This is how it works. You npm install one of the infected packages and the package manager calls a 4 MB post-install script. Obfuscated, of course. If you ask me, it's a horrible idea to let package managers execute code without explicit approval from a user. So npm runs the malicious post-install script, which, as I said before, collects credentials, and if the worm was lucky to land on an npm package developer's machine, it uses npm publishing credentials to inject itself into even more packages. This, as you can imagine, led to a snowballing effect. Back to Daniel Pereira, who decided to stop the avalanche. The LinkedIn post in which he tried to warn the community not to install infected npm packages went almost invisible. Daniel then tried to reach out to GitHub to ask for their intrusion, but taking an action on such events where sensitive information is at stake is not easy. When companies specializing on supply chain attacks started their investigations, among infected npm packages were a dozen of packages that belonged to CrowdStrike. Yes, that CrowdStrike, which claims they stop breaches. God definitely has a good sense of humor. Eventually, infected npm packages were unpublished, malicious CI workflows and GitHub repositories used to publish stolen credentials were taken down. You might now think that such backdoors are only possible with dynamic programming languages which allow you to run code without any proper control. Let me now read you from the Cargo book, a document for Rust package maintainers. Placing a file named build.rs in the root of a package will cause Cargo to compile that script and execute it just before building the package. Here you go.